he took out money and put 200 rupees in each of our pockets. He said, come on. Then Swami paused. So we were wondering, what has this story got to do with our going home? Good. Swami was sharing, it was at one point Swami said, you all have to go home, everyone. And this was 93, 83, 84 I guess. The year before another world conference came. Swami wanted to paint all the buildings in the ashram and painted in the, he would call it whitewash. You know, in India they say whitewash. Whitewashing is going back and repainting all, the buildings. So he said, I have to do all of this in the ashram and college and hostel, and world conference is happening, everybody has to come and see clean. So everybody get out. Everybody get out. So we were about 20 of us. We said, no, we don't want to go. But we never went home. But that particular time, Swami forced us. He said, no, you all have to go. And he called us inside and he took out money and put 200 rupees in each of our pockets. He said, come on, everybody buy tickets and get out from here. So now that you have taken money from Swami, you can't say no. Because he literally walked around putting money in your pocket. And so we said, okay, Swami, we'll go. And Swami was happy that we all agreed. So that was having done, he sat down in his seat. He said, okay, acha, good. Everybody's going. Then he said, okay, so what are you going to do when you go home? We all kept quiet. He asked one boy, what will you do when you go home? He said, Swami, I will visit Sai centers. And, oh, good. What will you do when you go home? He said, Swami, I will sing bhajans. Oh, good. What will you do? Swami, I will speak about my experiences. Oh, good. Then each one said something. Obviously, nobody said we are going to go back and watch TV. We didn't mean also. In those days, TV was not such a big thing anyway. So we all said what we really felt we wanted to do at that time. Swami said, good. He listened very patiently. Then he leaned behind on his chair and he said, okay, let me tell you a small story. So we were eager to listen. And then he said, from this nearby village, he named the village, it was Kotecheru, and the other village was Buchegaripalli, but anyway, we'll call it village A and B because you won't be able to relate to these names anyway. So he said, from a group of villagers from village A, this nearby village, went to village B. From A, they went to B to watch a village folk program. It's in Telugu they call it Burrakatha. Burrakatha is a, the days before television became so common in villages, there will be little groups of artists. They will go and do these little plays, Rama, Krishna story, Rama story. So the same guy or a couple of people could do that whole story. He'll talk of his Rama, then he'll become Ravana, then the other person will become Sita, and so on. They'll just entertain the people with those stories. They add humor, fun, songs, everything. And Swami would love that. In fact, I've seen some of these artists come and Swami will say, perform. We would, at that point, we would find it so boring. Like, what are they doing? Long dialogues and really long singing. They'll go, and they'll sing. But Swami will be so engrossed because they are singing poetry. They're singing Telugu poetry and we're like, oh, really? This is entertainment. So, Swami would love that. Anyway, so Swami was telling the story. He said from village A to B, these people went to watch that Burrakatha, that folk program. And in the night, when they wanted to return, it was Amavasya, it was new moon. So they lost their way. They didn't know which was the path that will lead them back to the village. It was so dark that they didn't know where to go. So some people said this way, the others said no, it should be this way. And while they were confused, and they were talking and discussing among each other where to go, having lost their path, a few dogs started barking in the distance. And half the group said, wait, those dogs, I know they keep me up at night. I know, they are the ones. That side is our village. The barking is coming from there. That side is our village. Let's go that side. And the other half said, wait. You can see some howling. You can hear some howling also along with the dogs. So I don't know if they are dogs or foxes. It's dangerous. Don't go that side. So hearing the dogs bark and perhaps howl, there was more confusion. Should we go that side? Not go that side? Some dogs are saying come. Some howling is saying don't come. And then Swami said, while they were confused going here and there, in the distance they saw a street lamp. It was burning. So they went towards the street lamp, because that is the only light. So they were drawn to the street lamp. They went there. Under the street lamp, there was a fork in the path. And they recognized which path to take to the village. They took the path and went home. And then Swami paused. So we were wondering, what has this story got to do with our going home? Because just a minute ago he was saying, what are you going to speak, what are you going to do, what are you going to sing, and this and that, and then he started off a story. So we thought it must be one of those philosophical discussions of Swami. So we didn't connect the two, and here's how beautifully connected. He said, he asked us, how did these people find their way back to the village? We said, Swami, they found it because of the street lamp. Oh, good. Did the street lamp sing bhajans? No, Swami. Did it go give speeches? No, Swami. What did it do? We kept quiet because we knew the answer. He said, the street lamp simply did its duty of shining the light. And under that light, people found their way. So he told us, I don't want you to be street dogs. Dogs would create confusion. I want you to be street lamps. What a powerful message and a lesson for all of us. And Baba says, make your lives my message. That is most important. Because it's not about what I speak, what I do, how do we inspire our children, how do we inspire youngsters, how do we inspire the next generation. He has given us the answer right away. Be a street lamp. They will get inspired. They will find the path under you. You just live your life as my message. Watching you, they will learn.